Hey gang, today we are taking a look at Deluxe Class Generations Bumblebee. Now this is the IDW Generations Bumblebee, and I have to say he looks pretty good from the front. I like the overall look of the figure, the black, the yellow, the gray. Look really, really nice. Though the backpack is a little bit, kibbly, we will say. My only real qualm with this figure is the plastic and the paint. I don't know what it is about Hasbro, but here, still in 2013, Hasbro can't seem to match yellow paint and yellow plastic. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's just, ay. What I'm talking about here is something that's been going on since the days of animated. Specifically, the yellow here on his forearm is painted. This is a black piece painted yellow. It is a different color yellow than the yellow plastic that they've used with the figure. Not only that, the figure's yellow plastic is almost translucent. It's not really showing up in video, but in person, the edges of the yellow plastic here are translucent and not really transparent, but it is throwing off a slight greenish tint that I don't know why it does that. And there are parts of this figure where the yellow plastic used for the bits that form the car mode are slightly different colors. It's so strange. Like I said, 2013, and Hasbro still can't manage to nail the color yellow. Posability for Bumblebee is quite good. Head is on a swivel. There is light piping in the head. Arms are on a combination swivel hinge doohickey that work well. Then there is a swivel just above the elbow and a ratcheting elbow. Fists do not move. There is some torso articulation, though you do run into the problem with the backpack getting in the way. Hips are on a ball joint, swivel right underneath that, and then a nice plastic ratchet on the knee, which is a little lower than you might think it is, and ball joint and hinge joint here at the foot per the transformation. So you can get off some decent poses with this guy, and I just accidentally made a cool one. So, moving him to the back, let's take a look at his weapons. He comes with these two thruster weapon thingies. Okay, I don't know. He can individually hold them either on the top by moving the handle underneath, or if you move the handle onto the top of the weapon, he can hold it from underneath his hands, like so. So they're kind of blaster, nunchucky sword thingies. The other cool thing is they can combine, a la the Buster Cannon from Wing Zero of Gundam. Okay, it's not the same thing, but it's still pretty cool. It looks like a giant... Actually, it looks like the Phantom Zone projector, to be honest. Bumblebee's wielding the Phantom Zone projector. That's a scary thought. Bumblebee's transformation is actually pretty simple. To start off with, we're going to reach behind the back of the figure and fold out and straighten the doors. Just kind of leave them off to the side. Then make sure to unpeg the hood from the back. Grab the entire chest section and pull it up. And this is actually the hardest part of the transformation, because if you pull too hard, you're going to pull the entire chest clear off the figure. And that would be bad and make you very sad. Then we're going to take the arms and actually fold them straight back, and they will peg into place just behind the wheels. And then we want to close the doors on them. So do the same thing over here. Fold the arm back, close the door, and peg the arm into place. And then we take the arms and fold them straight up into where the shoulders are. And I missed a step, I apologize. We're actually going to fold out the hood first and get the hood and the windscreen situated, and then fold the arms up into underneath the hood. And this is a little bit annoying, but once you get it, it stays in place pretty well. All right, next we are going to take the legs and fold the legs up, and then take the feet and fold them and up into the rear of the back of the leg. So take the foot, which is right here, and then just kind of fold it up into the shin, and then flip them over. Now what I like to do is bring the legs all the way down and then just kind of fold it up into the body like that. And this is probably the most frustrating part of the transformation, because things are supposed to peg in and sometimes they don't. You just have a lot of panel lining up. And then take the back, or what were the knees of the figure, and they will fold up to form the rear of the vehicle mode and peg together. My only complaint of the vehicle mode transformation is, on my figure, this rear windscreen part doesn't actually go together. There's a little bit of a gap there. And here we have the vehicle mode. I'll be completely honest, this vehicle mode is pretty darn awesome. It kind of reminds me of the new Mazda design language, Mazda 6s crossed with a Camaro, with a current generation Camaro. Very sleek, very muscle car, and very, very cool. Again, still have the same problem with the plastic. I don't know if it's showing up on video for you guys, but here, just looking at it, the door looks kind of greenish yellow. Then the plastic here for the hinge is a different color yellow. And then the plastics on the back quarter panel and the front quarter panel are yet a third different color yellow. It's so weird. I don't know why Hasbro can't nail yellow. Is it a hard color to get done in plastic? I don't know. I do find it a little weird that you have red taillights in the cabin of the vehicle mode, but oh well. In this mode, you can plug in the cannons, or you can turn them around as thrusters, and they peg in nicely to the sides of the vehicle, like so, like that. And like I said, you can just turn them around and they can be used as thrusters, I guess. So that does look supremely silly, like Armada Hotshot or something. Oh well. Still, it's better than Jolt. Having two blasters hanging off you are better than Jolt. I think the only thing that I really don't like about this figure is actually the transformation. I find the transformation to be a little boring. I know that sounds odd, but the transformation just... We've seen it before. It's like a modified version of the Armada... of the Transformers Prime Bumblebee transformation. Now, that's not to say that it isn't a good transformation. It works fine, and it does a good job of what it's supposed to do. But it's just a little bit dull. But otherwise, I think Bumblebee is a solid figure. He could use some better plastic. The yellow plastic does feel a bit on the fragile side, but other than that, I've really got not much to complain about. He is a solid figure, and as Bumblebee, or a new generation's Bumblebee, I think he belongs in your collection, because, let's face it, there aren't enough Bumblebees in the world, he says, I say sarcastically. But in all honesty, I think Hasbro has done a pretty good job with this figure. Yeah, it's another Bumblebee, and we're going to be getting a Gold Bug, or Gold Fire, or whatever version later as a repaint/head remold, and I'm okay with that, because, quite frankly, this thing's a lot better than any of the Transformers Prime Bumblebee molds we've gotten. So guys, I have been Spade of the Baltmatrix, and I hope you enjoyed this review of Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Bumblebee. And oh yeah, he comes with his own IDW Bumblebee one-shot comic book. And hey, you know what? Pick this one up. It's a Bumblebee worth having. I'll catch you next time.